What's up, guys? Name's Gavin. Avid duck hunter. I already put another video up earlier. Excuse me. Of just some simple ways to learn how to blow a duck call. When to blow it. Why that call's good for when you blow it. Just different things like that. Just things to help y'all out, you know. Because I know a lot of people, if you're like myself, a lot of people get on YouTube and search for videos that are instructional and tell you how to do certain things. Well, that's what I'm here for. I just want to, share my gifts with y'all. I call them gifts, but, they're definitely not talents. I had to put effort and learn how to do these things, to get good at them. And it took lots of time and effort, like I said, lots of time and effort. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to go through a little bit of a layout of kind of what you need to go duck hunting. Right? So you're new to the sport, new to the game, and maybe you've been once, twice, maybe, and you're like, hey, I like this. This gets you adrenaline going. If it was like my first time. So anyways, I just got a few things laid out back here. I was going to show you what you need to kill mallards, especially, if you're local to, the southeastern states, you got tons of wood ducks. Wood ducks are everywhere. They're easy to kill. You don't have to have decoys. You don't have to call. You just get to wherever they go. You just find where they're going and just go there, and you'll kill all of them you want. But anyways, this is kind of a layout of how I like to do it, at least in Alabama. It's hard hunting mallards in Alabama. There's not that many ducks. There's a lot, don't get me wrong, but there's not nearly as many as there are in the Mississippi Flyway, Delta Flyway, Arkansas. Over that way, there's not near as many over here. So you wanna make the best out of what you have to offer those birds to get them down. So first of all, I got a few things right here. Of course, you're gonna need a gun. You can't go hunting and kill something without a gun. It don't have to be nothing special. First of all, myself, I kind of paid the extra $1 and got the Remington Versamax. Of course, this Mossy Oak Duck Blind Camo, very pretty gun, shoots any kind of shell you want to shoot, up to 3.5-inch Super Mag. You gotta have your plug in. Of course, you gotta have your plug, so it only holds 3 shots. You gotta know that. You don't want to get a ticket for not having a plug in your gun. One thing I suggest, the older guns that are wood stocked and the blued metal finished barrels, they're not good to take duck hunting. They're very reflective. A lot of UV light reflects off of those. Ducks can see them. The slightest movement can trigger a reflective, spark or something that just triggers their senses and say, hey, there's people down there. Those ducks see thousands of people on the way down from Canada all the way down to, Louisiana, wherever they're going. They see thousands of people. They know what a human looks like. So you gotta outthink them, outsmart them. So anyways, just remember that about your gun. I have the synthetic Mossy Oak Duck Blind Camo. That's my favorite pattern, of course. That's my hat. Anyways, next. Of course, you gotta have shells, all that stuff. If you're gonna be the one calling, you definitely gotta have your duck calls. Here's my 3 favorite. You can't beat the quackhead. Very simple, inexpensive. And one of my new favorite one is the Buck Gardner Double Nasty 2. I really like that, and I got the Lonesome Hen too. It's a very good call. So if you're planning on being the person that calls, make sure you take those, of course. You gotta learn how. Go watch my other video. Comment on it when you get done. As for decoys, you don't have to have anything special. They don't have to be green headgear or Drake or whatever, all those expensive stuff. I simply have the mid-size Drake and hen mallards Game Winner brand that you get at Academy Sporting Goods or just anywhere like that. They don't have I mean, look, from 500 feet in the air, this looks like a real duck to the ducks. Along with, you know, the other things I'm going to go over, and the right duck calls, it's all you need. You don't have to have nothing special. I promise, this works. Just believe me. All right, on this decoy, you've got to put you some decoy line and a weight on here. That way your decoy don't float away, you know, when you got it out there in the water. You know, they ain't expensive, but they're not cheap either, so you don't want to have to keep replacing them. Anyways, this black thing on here is a keel. Some of them have holes in them and will fill up with water and kind of keep that from tipping over. Some of them are just weighted, and some of them had no keels at all, but kind of want a keel so you tie your weight to it. Anyways, that's your Drake mallard decoy. Your hen, you know, of course, you can hear that one's got a pellet in it, but you know, it's okay. It ain't gonna hurt if it's got a few holes in it. That's your hen mallard. With the decoys, I'm going to tell you what I do, and I don't tell everybody. You know, I mean, I guess if you watch this video, you can either consider yourself lucky or call me an idiot. I don't care. I've hunted a long time, right? So I've found out that I have this certain decoy spread that I like. A lot of people say put a V or a U in your decoys. If you want to do that, that's fine. What I do is I spread it. I don't try to make a line. Don't make lines, straight lines. You need to stagger them, whatever you do. Anything organized, just ducks, you know, some people are organized like that, and they make everything, all their decoys in straight lines and stuff. That doesn't look real. You can't do that. The only ones that need to be in a straight line are ones that are on a jerk rig, which I'll show you in just a second. Anyway, stagger them. But what I do is I put, you know, me a line. There's going to be an opening, you know, and you're going to have decoys on both sides of it. That line, that opening of about maybe 10 to 15 yards at the most is plenty, needs to be facing or going in the opposite direction of whichever way the wind is blowing. The ducks, when they come in, are going to come against the wind, and they're going to cup in. They come against the wind because that slows them down. They cup their wings, and you know, you see, you know, ducks coming in like that. That's what they do. They're coming against the wind. It slows them down. That's when you want to shoot them. When they're coming down like that, cupped up, getting close to the water, boom, done. All right. So, anyways, that opening between your decoys simply just gives the ducks an area to come in. And then I just said something about a jerk rig, right? Must have. You gotta have it. You can't just throw some decoys out there and expect to kill ducks with the right collar. No. No matter how good a collar you are, you still gotta have one of these. This is called a jerk rig. This simply just has a bunch of loops and clips and stuff on it, and you clip decoys to it. I think you put up to 5 on this one. They have some that you can put more than that. It's got a weight at the end. Anyways, you'll unravel it and stuff, and it's very stretchy. So you'll throw this out, you know, past where your decoys go, and have your decoys that you're going to tie to it on this. That simply, it's called a jerk rig. You know, I think you can kind of figure out what you're going to do with it. You're going to jerk it. It just gives the decoys a little bit of movement and stuff. You can jerk it hard. Jerk it hard when those ducks are coming over, because you know they see that and they say, "Hey, this is the real live decoy spread, right?" So, anyways, you gotta have one of those. You hear a lot of people talking about Mojos. Oh, I need to go get a new Mojo. You know, I need some new wings for my Mojo. Overpriced way of making money for Mojo Outdoors, right? You know, they're good. They're good products. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, you know, saying anything bad about Mojo. It's just you don't need one. You don't have to have one. All right. You simply just gotta have that jerk rig and some decoys and good calling, and you'll have ducks in, right? So they're not that great. Mojos are not that great, is because they make a lot of racket. You know, and if you have ducks coming around 3 or 4 times looking at it, they say, hey, that duck's still sitting in the same place doing the same thing. That don't look right, you know. Then they're gonna go. Also may be your fault for not shooting it if it comes over 3 or 4 times, but still, you got to think in those terms. That duck sees that 2 or 3 times, it's gonna say, hey, that's not real. Anyways, that's why I don't like Mojos. I don't use one. I simply take my decoys, have plenty of them, put as many as you want out. Honestly, I'll give you a little tip for hunting in Alabama. I don't know, where you're watching this from, or if you even watch it. Hey, in Alabama, it's good to mix your decoys, almost half mallards, half wood ducks. Okay, that's a big tip. A lot of times I go hunting, and I take those things. Everybody else has 2 or 3 bags of mallard decoys, right? Well, it's Alabama, guys. Come on, there's not that many mallards in there down here. So you throw in some wood ducks with it, they say, hey, now this is more realistic for down here, right? So yeah. But anyways, take that, take my gun. You gotta have a gun and shells. Can't kill ducks. Jerk rig. What else do you need? You ain't gotta have your waders and stuff, but hopefully you know that by now. Anyways, name's Gavin. Leave a comment, rate it, do whatever you want to do. I love the advice, love the comments. Anyways, thank you. Bye.